All right, everybody. Welcome back to episode 144 of the Craftverse series. I managed to completely finish the underside, which was all just grindy work doing the exact same thing 15,000 times, and I had to go on several mining sessions to go grab more items. I used more than an entire shulker box of stone just to finish the entire underside of this build. That has nothing to do with the stairs that line underneath these cobblestone walls. It has nothing to do with all of the wood and logs and deep slate. It's just the stone. It's a very expensive, very time consuming, but very easy build. And now it's time to spawn proof it. I went ahead and grabbed a bunch of the cyan and cleaned up that double chest setup that was over there. So we're just going to go ahead and run through section by section, finishing off the cyan. I'm pretty sure I have enough. I need to go ahead and start here. Doing this in a way that I can go ahead and just do a little bit at a time in case I need to get more, so I at least don't have a majority section not done. Very, very pleased with the way this came out. It doesn't need to be an exorbitantly large tree farm. It doesn't need to be automatic. It just needs to be large and safe enough that I can use it whenever I want. Now, it is above ground, so I do still have to contend with phantoms, but it's not an AFK farm, so if it's been 4 nights, I'll go ahead and sleep. I do like that even on the max zoom out map, it does show up. And doing it this way, I never have to worry about the leaves screwing me over or any spawns coming up. Like, the one thing that gets me the most is the wandering traders getting in the way, or the occasional animal that would spawn on the grass/dirt, which no longer is the case because all dirt is covered aside from the tree zones. And those will have their individual saplings installed by the end of this episode anyway, so this will be a fully spawn-proof zone. I hope you all can appreciate how much effort has gone into just this little build here. Because I've been doing this recording session since about 3:30. It is now 10 till 9. That is 5.5 hours minimum for a 2-hour slot. Because I'm only allotted 2 hours of actual gameplay per week. Now, I don't count grindy nonsense like collecting materials or doing the same motion 50 billion times, because that's just not good content. Being able to show you progress as it happens and visually tell that progress is being made That's gameplay. Getting lost, trying to find something, or finding a bunch of cool stuff on a travel, that's gameplay. I don't have the ability to do time lapses at this time, so I try to spare y'all the same motion 50 billion times. At least up here, I don't have to worry about being exploded by a creeper. Or a drowned shooting me with a trident because I am out of range. They can't see me to aim at me. Technically speaking, if they could see me, they could still hit me. Because I've been like 30-something blocks up in the Java world, and they've still been able to reach my location. Even if it was a block distance away from my actual player. I don't know how they were able to see me, but Java is a different beast entirely. This is Bedrock, thankfully. There are some good things about Bedrock, and that is a lot less distance that mobs can register your existence. Oh, that is all of them. Hopefully I have enough left in the base, because I took every stitch of wool that was in that farm. I believe there's still some cyan carpet left. If not carpet, there might be some wool. I really, really want to see this complete before the end of the episode. Well, it's not carpet. Oh no. Oh, that's green, brown, and the other stuff. Okay, is there any down below? Because I believe I set up a wool station. If not, I might have done that on a different world. Oh, biscuits. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait to do that part, unfortunately, because I don't have any wool store. Well, that's awkward. How much of this is done? This entire one, and about 90% of that one. It's just that small section left. I'm surprised I was able to get that much of it done in one sweep. Let's see if there's any sitting in the farm storage, because I am within range. It is possible. There's 5. That's not enough. Maybe I do something a little bit different then. I have an idea that could make this look a little bit less boring and a little more colorful. It's just two-tone is a little bit meh. So we're going to go ahead and wrap purple through the middle. Okay. I know it's not a very earthy color, but neither is cyan, so it'll be fine. It won't show up on the big map, but it will show up on the little ones. Okay. This. Why does it look blue from this far away? It's straight up purple. It's not magenta, it's not some secret color code, but it gives off a weird blue line where it mixes. And when it's far enough away, you can't see the purple, you just see the blue line. That is interesting. Alright. And right down the center. Okay. Is that necessary? Eh, no, it's not necessary. Okay. Let's get a bird's eye view of this. Okay, that looks snazzy. Can make it look even more interesting if I replace the far edge with red. I may do that, actually. Hmm. That's not terrible. I genuinely don't hate it. I have a lot of carpets now. Let's chuck these in the general carpet spot and go check the map. Oh, I like that. It adds a nice little multi-tone. And it's kind of snazzy. Alright, well, before I get too ahead of myself, I do have to make sure I get the saplings in before the end of this episode. It's acacia. That's not going to be enough, but it's a start. This will be enough. Do I have that? I can make it work. I can make this work. It's just going to take a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ha. I remembered a thing. Put a bunch of these in here for safekeeping. Just need the 16. Just need the 16. I did not put any of these in here, but I still only need the 16. Perfect. Let's grab these. Now, how do I want this to be portrayed? Do I want the white in the front or the white in the back? What am I more likely to use? I'm less likely to use dark oak now that I'm more or less finished with that aspect of the build. I do still need a bunch of spruce. So here's the way we're going to portray this. Oop. Okay. And all the saplings are loaded. Let's go ahead and dish out the bone meal. There we go. And the carpets are helping to direct the generation. Come on. Be a good little sapling. There's nothing directly above you. You're just being difficult. Stamp. Fine, I'll break you and I'll place another one. Come on, don't make me waste an entire thing of bones. You need to stop being so dang difficult. Okay, fine, I'll come back to you. Okay, well, I have to shave off some of this obnoxious leaf, apparently. This worked just fine when I did it in the testing world. Come on, quit being difficult. Fine, I'll go grab more bones. This tree's nuts, man. But I also did an AFK session over here, and now I have a crap ton of bones, so I don't have to worry about bone meal reserves. Just AFK while this farm is running, and I'll be fine. That ought to be plenty of bone meal. I don't have to stress about it anymore. I swear, if you grow in while I'm flying here, that's going to upset me. Okay, you grow fine. You grow fine. Good. Good. Are you kidding me? Is there something wrong with my saplings? Should I have done these first? You see this, right? Entire stack of bone meal for absolutely no payoff. What the absolute shit? I know you can do it. The other ones did just fine. There's absolutely no obstructions. Hold on. Maybe it's simply because it won't grow in without the vines, and I can place these back after if I need to. That's the only thing that makes any logical sense. Okay, well, now I know for you. Because the other ones don't have vines. But what is the spruce's excuse? See, there's no vines on the bottom layer. Is it just a rare generation? Let's see. Because like I said, I did it just like this on the testing world, and it went just fine. And right now I'm very glad that I actually have a bone meal farm. Well, a bone farm, more or less. Yeah, that's just insulting. I'm unclear whether things can even spawn on these. But I'm not taking any chances despite what the tree has to say about it. Why did those two types go just fine? And these two types are not? I don't get it. Watch. It's only going to take like 5 at most. 3, 4, 5. Nope. Nope. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. It took 12 for absolutely no reason. There's no leaf all the way down here for that to have been a problem. Do it again. Ah. Okay, well, you know what? If something spawns, something spawns. I'm not going to be removing these every single time. The whole point of them was to be a light source. So let's just fix this problem and maybe they'll grow in naturally because they weren't growing in naturally while they've been sitting here with the things around them all this time. I don't have to use bone meal because it grows on its own, all the better. Especially after how much I've just wasted. At least 3 if not 4 stacks. I don't know why these have any special requirement to have an extra block of free space. I've put torches right next to them, but I guess that's not technically a block. Like right here on the corner blocks, I've put torches before, and it's worked just fine. Grown in naturally, too. I didn't have to bone meal it. But this is what we have to go through in Minecraft, is learning curves and strange mechanics. Restrictions on some trees that don't exist with others. I don't know, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm, oh, see, right there, just grew in naturally. No bone meal needed. Well, let me know in the comments, which one came first, the spruce or the dark oak? Because I know this is a recent addition. I'm not even going to bother asking about jungle because that one just grows in fine. It makes sense, the vines are the restriction. It's silly, but whatever. At least as a visual reason. It grows in with the vine. Dark oak, pale oak, they don't have that. But it does look a little silly to not have the available space. So we're just going to remove all of these and call it done. So once all of this is identical, the only thing I may do is swap out the rim of this pathway for red, just for a slight color deviance. Anyone else want to grow in naturally? See if I don't have to use up some bone meal? Y'all let me know. You have until I get all of these lime carpets I'm removing out of here to grow in naturally. Otherwise, I'm gonna throw some chemicals on you and you're gonna grow naturally. With help. There's more where this came from. I don't see where anything is going to spawn up here anyway. Even if those are exposed, because I don't think they count as full blocks per se. Let me know in the comments. Does it count as a full block, the sea lantern? Or is it spawn-proofed because it's a light source block? Do I have to worry about Wandering Trader still? Because that's going to be disappointing. Okay, well, the leaves stick to just that spot, so it's not as frustratingly annoying. They're not overriding the blocks. That I'm okay with. Okay. Makeshift corralling system. Okay, okay. And with that, all of our trees are in. Let's get another overview shot. Well, it's a little dingy at the moment because it's nighttime. Let's quickly fix that so I can get a better view. I want y'all to see what this thing looks like during the day when it's not quite so dark. Nice. Probably the best angle right here. Oh yeah. Now that is a tree farm. Simple, expensive, a good mixture of the two. And that is going to do it for today's episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week for more Craftverse shenanigans. Let me know in the comments if there's any builds you would think would go good right there on that little coastline. Something that wouldn't clash with the stone, deep slate, and tree vibe we've got going on there. 'Cause there's a lot of potential, but that's a very dark area. I might just have to fill that with torches for the time being. But alas, we are done for today. Eventually I will get to finishing that bridge. I'm just now looking forward to having to grab all those extra wart blocks and so forth. Ugh, nether stuff. Can never be simple. I'll catch y'all next week. Bye.